Are we still playing over winter break? Which one?
I don't know. We'll all look at our schedules and see
Well,
what
I guess
works
that
out.
would be that week that we play is when the Vikings play.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if we play on that day normally.
Yeah, because I'm just taking a look at my schedule. So this year I've got my anniversary vacation next Sunday. I'll be back for the 22nd.
That is not a Sunday we play. We play the 29th.
Haha.
If we go every 2 weeks.
Right,
But sometimes that gets thrown off during the holidays, so we'll see.
For sure. You know, this is session 40.
It is.
We've been playing for 80 weeks.
Probably longer
Yes.
than some of the breaks we played.
Oh, true.
That is very
It's like
true.
a year and a half.
We're gonna be coming up on our 2-year in October.
We could really just kick it up and play every week. Hey, you know, we could play twice a week.
Rory, we both know how well my better half would work with that.
That would be a no-fly zone for my wife.
To all those,
I'll tell y'all right now, there was a time in my life that I used to play D&D 5 to 6 days a week, and I would have been totally down. But now I'm in my master's program, and I want to die. So.
Oh yeah.
So should we call you Yoda?
If you're like in early college or just single and younger, like it's super easy. But like
Yeah.
when you're further in life.
wow,
it's serious.
wow. I guess I just got aged because I'm not in early college. I'm post college.
I mean, I'm not in early college.
No.
I'm
That's why I said early college, because like masters and stuff and all that will obviously.
Yeah, when I was doing my bachelor's, I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I can
I
get my
see.
schoolwork
Yeah.
done while I do. I used
Something,
to play
yeah.
a D&D game on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yep,
All
that makes
stream
sense. now.
games too, so it was like consistent. Like we were playing every single Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm debating if I want to go back and get my bachelor's in computer technology, but it's so hard in my field because it changes so fast. Like all of the stuff I got for my associates was literally obsolete by the time I finished my associates.
Just go
Yeah.
teach yourself. Forget college.
Honestly, a lot of the time. The problem
Oh.
that I have is to do what I want to do with the rest of my life, I can't do it without having a master's degree. Like I have to get a master's and I have to get licensed. Otherwise I can't do it, which is, dumb. But
Fortunate for me, like with my line of work, working full time in a telecom, my employer said that she'll pay for any certification I want.
Oh.
So like right now I'm
Take
getting
advantage of it then.
yeah, that's
Oh,
so
I get
nice.
like $9,000 a year in education benefits.
Oh my, use that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so right now I am reading through this monstrosity of a book, and this is just volume 1. The volume
Yeah.
2 is about the same thickness, and just to get recertified, and then after I get that, I'm hoping to start my Nokia certification, because Nokia actually makes some crazy routers for like ISPs, and we deploy a ton of them.
Oh, by the way, guys, we're
So-
live. Just so you know.
Oh, hey.
I figured we're all
So-
here, so we may as well throw it on for the next 15 minutes.
But
So,
I at least want to get my Nokia certification done before I take paternity leave in January. So
you don't take maternity leave.
You take paternity.
paternity.
Yeah.
I said paternity.
Oh, I definitely heard
Minnesota
maternity.
accent I have.
I
No.
definitely heard maternity as well. Just gonna throw
No,
that out there.
it was a P, but it's. I don't have a hard P when I talk. It's usually rather soft.
It's okay.
So-
It's okay. We hear you. You're a soft guy.
Oh my god. Just because you know my last name doesn't mean you can use it against me.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that, but hey, you know, there's exercises and medication for that too. So,
Yeah, I know.
I just hope my last name's gonna be changing soon.
that's all going well.
I mean, well, that's all going well. I was sitting on the couch and my engagement ring got delivered, but he was like, "Don't come in the room. I'm putting it in the safe," and like ran into the other room.
Oh, that's right. Right now, I feel kind of naked. I actually sent my ring in to be resized because I lost since I've been starting weightlifting and losing this weight loss. I went from a size 11 to like a 9.5.
Yeah, when I was married, my engagement ring, my original one, my first one, I guess, was I think a 7, and by the time I had like gotten through my first prep and bodybuilding and stuff, they had to resize it to a 3.5.
Whoa.
Yeah, my fingers are really tiny now.
From
Yeah,
a what to a 3.5?
It was a 7 to a 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I went into the jeweler and I just barely slipped off. And he goes, yeah, that's not a good sign. And he's looking at me. He goes, which account are you? Because he's used to seeing my wife go in, because she's got a ring that's called To Be Loved, and it has a whole bunch of little diamonds around it. And she's lost so many diamonds that the last time I went in, they actually had to reinforce all of the settings.
Yeah.
Because she'd lose a diamond every 7 months,
Oh wow.
just because of it's the way that they designed
Well, it's wear and tear, and if there's a lot of really small ones, the prongs don't hold very long. And if she's like touching
Yep.
a lot of stuff, if she washes dishes with them on and stuff like that, it just
Gosh.
it's so
But-
fast. I used to I only wore mine once in a while because I couldn't wear it to the gym, and then it was too small or it was too big or whatever. So I ended up wearing a silicone one like all the time just because it never fit right.
Yeah, lifetime warranty. There's a lot of there's actually like 4 or 5 metals that I can't wear that are typical in rings. Like I can't wear titanium rings. I break out all the way around.
Huh.
Same with tungsten and platinum.
Tungsten gives people a lot of problems, I've heard.
But like the only way I've found that I've been able to wear a ring, it has to be very like 22 karat gold or higher. Otherwise, when it starts adding more
Oh, you
nickel in it,
fancy. Well, I guess,
When
I
it's-
mean, if platinum bothers you too.
yeah. So like
How do you do
I
with
get-
like white gold? Does it make a difference?
I get blisters all the way around my ring finger where the ring sits.
Oh shoot!
It got to the point where I almost had I was almost thinking about having a ring tattooed on me
Yeah.
because of how badly I blistered.
Then it turns out he's allergic to the ink.
No, I'm working on getting, like in a month I'm getting my second tattoo on this bicep. So
You know, it's funny because they say that red is the most common ink that you can be.
That's what my dad
allergic
was allergic to, yeah.
Yeah, I have my tiefling warlock back here, and every once in a while it gets like really raised and like covered in hives and stuff. And it's not always. It's just all of a sudden randomly it gets really itchy for a couple of days and then it stops again.
Well, you guys want to just kick it off?
I'll be
I mean,
allergic to
let's
tattoo
do it.
ink?
what's that, Sky?
Do you think I'll be allergic to tattoo ink?
Usually it's just
It's
what I've
colored
heard
ink
is
more
it's
than
colored
anything.
ink, yeah.
Yeah, if you do
Yeah,
like
but,
black
like-
and white, it's usually not a problem.
Are we able to just go somewhere to see?
You find out when you get it.
Like, I want to get color on that sleeve, but I don't
Yeah.
want it to be up.
I'm not allergic to it. Grandpa was to red,
Uh,
but I'm not allergic. I have color all over me.
Was he allergic to
Wait.
red dye?
Red.
Like, even.
Specifically red ink.
So have
I mean,
we
right.
determined if who's playing cricket this week?
Oh, yeah. So who's going to do that? Ryder, you want to play second play?
Listen, I can barely play one.
I mean, I can. Did she send the link to anybody? Because I've
It's
played
just-
a druid before.
You should be able to just see it. I know we had trouble with this last time, but you should be able to
I
see it
couldn't
in the
do
campaign,
last time
right?
For some reason, but I'll try again.
And I can send you the link. But if you can't view it in the regular campaign, then I don't know if it'll work.
Oh, campaigns.
Well, when I had Bonner's, I don't think I was able to get it from the campaign. He just sent it over to me.
Characters.
When you played Bonners, though, we were still using RPG script, weren't we?
Yeah, I don't know what
That was
happens,
a
but like I can
long
see
time
everybody in it, but then if I click on their character,
Is
I
it the
can't
same way in the
see
browser?
anything. Oh, I don't know.
Browser's different. Like I can see everything, but you can't change.
Yes, that's 'cause you're
HP
not the-
or key points.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not the account holder for that.
I wonder if
Exactly.
that is why.
Bro, I can see everyone's character.
Yeah.
That's not hard.
So I'll send it in the. We'll play it by chance. Who can open this? There you go. I sent it in Discord for you, Taylor.
Oh, let's see. Okay. To the Discord.
Not that cord, Discord.
Okay, let's see. You don't have access to this page.
Interesting.
If you are trying to access the character sheet, make sure its privacy setting is configured correctly for you to access it.
Well,
It also is
Fine.
possible that you are trying to enter the 403rd level of the Endless Dungeon and the Ancient Dragon Rilsraearth or something is rising up to block your path.
looks like you didn't get the short straw then. Bonner, are you able to open up her sheet?
Yes.
All right.
I can open everyone's sheet.
Perfect. Well, how about
Yes.
let's
I want bonus XP for this for what? That's like my 4th time running dual characters.
Listen, I tried.
I'd say a thought that counts. So let's go ahead and kick it off. And
I'm sure
you-
Katie appreciates me not playing her character anyway, because I'd be making deals with every demon
hey,
everywhere.
hey, I ain't no demon. Just deals with the DM. You know, I miss those deals. Let's make some more deals, right? You want to run real fast? It's just a point of exhaustion. That's all. Skip like 5 rounds. So go ahead and give a quick recap, and then I'll give a little bit of a follow up, and we'll jump right into the action.
Okay, well, in short, we started and ended session in combat. Amat originally was invisible. We had no idea if she was there. Jubilee opened up some scrolls that she found on Morin Duke while she was sitting over his dead body, and she kind of just skimmed over them. While reading it, she saw some names and like frozen, rattled her to the core for like 12-18 seconds, and the names literally caused her to feel contention with the Raven Queen. Eventually, Amat finally showed herself when she cast a psychic ability on Vantilord, which caused him to start seeing images from the nightmares he has been having. And once she was seen, Cricket was wild shaped into a giant bear, and Matt decided to start fleeing from the group. And that, of course, as a group, we're like, heck no, and decided to start chasing her. Rihu got her grappled during the pursuit. Vantilord finally gave up trying to run with because she had crazy movement speed and Vantilord's short. So he decided to start killing zombies in the courtyard that Amat raised, just to at least keep the courtyard somewhat controlled. And we ended session with Amat grappled. I think Rihu, Jubilee, Cricket, and Raja are all with Amat. Vantilord's back in the courtyard, if I remember correctly. So, yeah,
All right.
luck to my life.
So yeah, as you mentioned, everyone or a few of you are hurtled around Matt. You have her with the bear. Around or by Matt, you got Rihu, who has grappled her. Just by the way, that's super annoying. And then Raja, who is also there and mindfully took some time. I believe it was at this point, maybe it was sooner. I think it was here though, when he's like, you know what? I would like to take something from a pocket.
Yep.
So, Raja, you did in fact, you were able to, in all the chaos, get something from a Matt's pocket. Without taking some time to actually look deeper at it, it bears a resemblance to a key, not just a standard key, but something about it has a similar shape, or the tooth end of a key. The rest of it, though, has a much different design to it. So without taking more time, you do gather it's some kind of unlocking key device. As
You
you
see
quick,
how Raja picks pockets and finds keys? Very mindful, very demure.
so you quickly put that away, rejoin the fight. A good distance away, you have Jubilee. Jubilee,
On a
you
table.
are you are on a table.
Better start dancing. No.
Behind a tree and across the courtyard, you are about 60 feet away. And Vantilord, as you mentioned, you had laid some zombies to a second death at about 70 feet away from the group, but you have a straight shot of looking at them with your companions, though, basically blocking the visible way to Amat. Back in
Well,
the
that's about it.
back in the courtyard, there are various dead bodies from the residents of the stronghold of Northern Lights, as well as zombies and skeletons. A couple of the Satari. Recalling from last time, there is the clicking and tapping of Satari as she had previously called them to her. You start to hear them on the clay shingles of these buildings, tapping on the stones, presumably starting to round corners as it echoes throughout the area. Jubilee, as recapped, you have those scrolls. You put them away, correct, as you started to run?
Yes, I.
Let me hop into character, I guess. I hadn't looked at them. I put them away because I was trying to attack
Yep.
everyone else. I could only run so fast with my little legs.
Correct. And there,
I hopped on the table.
as you did run away, put them away, there is still this ambiguity of why they're familiar.
Yeah, as I'm running and like in between casting and things, I'm like putting a hand on them, make sure they're still there, and they just make me feel weird.
Something about them strikes a chord, but it's just not enough. What really struck you is that it put you at contention, not like you're still in the blessing or in the grace of the Raven Queen. Like, that's not in question, but it did put you at odds, like this juxtaposition with the Raven Queen. With that, did we end? You guys want to re-roll initiative, or did we end on a Matt's turn?
I do not remember what the initiative
We
order
ended at
was
the
from
bottom
last
of
time.
the order. So we had gone through the full round of combat, so we would be at the top of the order.
Top of the
Pretty sure-
order. I think it's
didn't
Rihu
the
at the...
didn't the mat just go because I took a ton of damage right when we ended.
No. Bottom of the order sounds right.
Because I had her grappled.
Yes. You have her grappled. She had laid out a couple heavy hits. I do think it was the bottom of the order though. Which Rihu, that'd put you up at the top of the order. Rihu, Amat, Cricket, Raja.
Considering she's been trying to run, I am just trying to hold on and maintain the grapple. So, what do I need to roll for that?
I mean, you just naturally
Yeah.
are holding. That's not going to be an action to hold her.
Okay.
I want to say you can.
Can I do anything? with
I
that?
want to say you can attack. I don't know if it's a
Actions.
disadvantage trying to hold her,
looking at
or if it's just a regular attack. But she could still attack you. You should still be able to attack
Okay.
her. So,
Okay. Well, I guess while I'm trying to hold her,
yeah.
I'll try and take a little shot to the with a fist.
Yeah. All right.
Seems to make the most sense.
As you're holding her, as you got her grappled, right, and you prepare to land a punch on her, how are you looking?
Beat up but standing.
Beat up but standing. All right.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it right now. One moment here.
And even as you press against her, holding her grappled in your arms, you feel a looseness to her skin. It's not like it's just... I mean, she's an orc, so it's not just like she's big. Like, it feels almost disconnected.
Right.
And you definitely... There are spots, as Raja was mentioning, there are spots that are exposed. Some viscous, like, black muscle areas and some bone showing. And it's wretched in its smell. Kind of a deathly sweet smell.
Ugh. Like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna attack them.
All right. Good roll to hit.
Yeah, let's see. Roll. Does a 16 hit?
16. Let's see.
Or did you want me to roll disadvantage?
I don't think so. I don't think you have disadvantage on your roll. 16 does not hit. You come close, but you don't hit.
Okay. Outside of that, I'm just going to maintain the grapple. I don't want to break that
All right.
to allow the rest of the party to get in here.
All right. And it is Matt's turn. For each of you that are close by, especially for Rihu, because in a grapple, right, you're not really behind her. You're like your head is almost by her head, and you have more of a visual. Even Cricket in bear form, kind of being on that front flank of her, has a little bit more of a visual. And she is going to start to just chant, and you just hear her start to chant as this box, the same box that she held up earlier, this box that is hanging from her neck, starts to pulsate. As she flicks her hand up, you have her arms pinned, but this small box hanging from this chain, she just dips down a little bit, touches her fingers to this, as this pulse,
That's not good.
as this pulse of energy, a couple beams, and even from where you're at, Jubilee, you feel a draw towards this wave of energy that you feel, or that you see, and she is going to cast, where did it go?
Iron.
Where'd it go? She is going to cast her necrotic burst and this is what she had done prior, so she's casting this again. Her recharge is back, and she's going to cast her necrotic burst.
Just a question, is Rory lagging for anyone else?
He is
What?
lagging a little bit.
Yeah, okay. You were cutting in and out very slightly. So I just want to make sure it wasn't...
Okay. So necrotic burst is being cast. Jubilee, what you feel is almost like you don't feel the hit because you're too far away, but it's the same pull that you're feeling constantly from the Raven Queen. You guys can imagine in this area already, within the immediate area, there's 20, 30 people that have been slain by these Satari. And Jubilee, you haven't been able to help any of these souls. Like,
Okay.
they're out of your reach. So when you see this pulse that comes out with this necrotic burst, it's like another one lost. As far as damage goes, I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw. That would be Rihu, Raja, and Cricket. The rest of you are far enough away.
Alright, 17.
You're far enough. Vantalord and Cricket, you're outside of the range.
Oh, Cricket's outside of the range. Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're playing Cricket. You got a what?
17.
17, 8 for Rihu, and Raja, you got
16.
16.
Would I be able to use my uncanny dodge for that? The reaction,
Yeah,
but
I believe so. You can use it for like Fireball, which is an
Wait.
AoE, and this is an
yeah,
AoE
you can
attack.
use it for anything that an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
Yeah. So, yes. You had a 16.
Yeah.
Cricket had a
17.
17. Cricket saves. The other two fail. Rihu and Raja, you fail the attack. If you use Uncanny Dodge, though, you still get half damage.
Yeah.
And that was 10 d8 in damage. And that is 38 points of damage.
For the full?
For full. So that's 19 for Cricket and Raja.
Okay.
Rihu flopped to the ground.
Rihu's arms loosen, shakes him off, and throws him to the ground as he lays there now on the ground at the feet of Raja and Cricket.
Would I have... I just want to backtrack just a touch. Would I have known that the necklace box thing was around her neck? Like even in the beginning? Because that's what I was pickpocketing for.
Possibly. You're more aware of it
I don't
now.
think it's going to change anything.
Yeah,
but-
you're definitely aware of it now. With Rihu now loosening up the grip, she is going to take her movement and her bonus action. She is going to dash is a bonus, right? Or action.
Dash is an action.
Okay. Well, she's
That's
gonna
an accent.
she's going to use her action then.
Would her action not have been the cast?
She's gonna use her movement.
Okay.
Mine, yeah. She's gonna use her action to cast, and then her movement to try to flee out of this situation.
Oh, it is her turn?
Yep. So that provides a opportunity attack for Raja and Cricket.
Okay.
Rihu has an opportunity to try to keep breathing.
So for Cricket's, being that like she's just like she's got like 1 HP left to bear form, I'm gonna take the multi attack.
Well, oh, after the hit, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it almost took her right out. And I'm going to do the multi attack with its claws, one for both sides.
Okay. Roll to hit.
15. Where is it?
I need to re-roll
21
for
for
that.
the,
21 to
21
hit.
for the first hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, and claw. 2d4. 2. For those watching, I've never played a druid, so bear with me. 7 points for the first.
Okay.
And then for the second claw on the multi attack, a 21.
That hits.
Oh, she has a +4 on that. That's fantastic. And that does 7 more points of damage.
Okay, that hits. 7 and 7. And Raja.
I have 24.
24 hits. All villains moving forward have 30 AC.
And I got 6 damage.
Okay.
Would I have advantage on that attack?
No,
no.
an opportunity.
Yeah. You do not. And you guys aren't flanking her. You're basically on the same side of her when she's taking off.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wasn't sure because it's an opportunity attack. Because
Gotcha.
normally I would. But
Gotcha. All right. She starts to run. As she's running, she gets hit 3 times, once by each of you. More of her clothing starts to her back shirt starts to tear under the claws and the rapier. This black ichor starting to bleed out of her. That takes us to Cricket.
Let's see here. How far away is she from
30,
Cricket?
30 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna take, being I'm in bear form, I'm gonna take the full movement that Cricket has. And I'm gonna do a multi-attack one more time with both claws. Not with that one, I'm not gonna.
You begin hearing this as the tapping and clicking of the Centauri are extremely close.
Well, first attack I only hit a 7 on the multi. That one I hit a 12. I hit a dirty 20.
That hits.
Well, not totally useless, but I'm partially useless. That is for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Wait, nope, that's 2d4, not 1d4. Ah! Try this again. 8 points of damage.
All right. Another slash across the back. Raja, Vantalord, Jubilee.
Raja will. Do I have a straight shot to her?
If you move about 10 feet, you
Oh,
would.
wait. I can just go get her. She only moved 30 feet.
Yeah.
Then I'll go up to her. And I'll stab her then. That's a lot more efficient.
Leaving Rihu laying on the ground, unconscious and possibly dead.
Got him.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
19 for the first one.
That hits.
Yeah, 18 for the second one.
That hits.
I was just because I have the advantage on it because he's right there.
Ah. And remind me, who all has exhaustion?
I want to say Cricket.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Everyone that ran from the estate, the manor,
Then yes.
Cricket, Jubilee,
and Rihu,
and
right?
Rihu.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got 10 damage for the attack. And
Okay.
then 10 damage for sneak attack.
All right, you find a sweet spot right where the kidney should be. You even push it all the way into the hilt, attempting to strike both kidneys. With precision striking, you slip it in and slip it right back out. You see her kind of shudder as the blade goes in and out. And she's rough, but she's still moving.
And then, what can you do as a bonus action? Is it like, because grapple and all that is an action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you have your specific ones, disengage, and
Can I hold a bonus action?
you can hold an action.
Like I couldn't hold disengage if she started doing that review thing again.
Not that I'm aware of.
I think you can only hold the attack action.
Right.
Well, then I'll just sit there because I have no bonus action.
All right. As we come back to a little
wait.
bit. Yep.
Am I able to draw weapons? Like,
Yeah.
is that a free action? Like, if I were to pull out a dagger?
Yeah, you're wanting to switch your weapons?
No, because I have a thing where if I have, because I have 2-weapon fighting,
Yeah, you can draw out a weapon.
then I can use my bonus action to attack.
Okay.
But I don't add my strength or dex modifier damage roll. So it'd just be a flat
Flat roll.
damage. And I don't think I'd get sneak attack on that because that's only once a turn. I'm pretty
Correct. That's correct.
sure. You still have advantage on it, correct?
Yep. No, you're not flanking. You're both behind her, so she can.
Yeah,
well,
but
you
I
do.
have advantage.
You do. Yes. Yep.
I just wanted to make sure I'd still have that on that.
Correct.
First one 17, second one 17.
They miss. In pulling out the dagger, you didn't quite have it ready. You got close, but the dagger does miss. Nice thinking. Nice thinking.
Oh, 17 misses?
17 misses.
Huh.
Your 18 hit. 17 missed.
Yeah, she's got a higher AC than me.
Coming back to slightly more peaceful areas, as Vantalord is laying by a couple dead zombies.
Taking a nice little nap.
No. As I look around the area, are there more zombies that can be seen that are up still?
No, not that you're seeing directly,
Okay.
but you do, again, you hear those clicks and those clacks getting closer and
And that-
closer.
That brings me up to the second question is, as I'm gonna start looking at the buildings for where that clicking and clacking is coming from.
You take a quick look around, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, that is not a D20. That is a D12. Where'd it go? 16.
16. You do see from the building directly in front of you, from the roof, you see a couple start to move over the side as they climb like spiders from the roof down to the wall. You don't see a lot of them because you also can't see the top, right? But you do see some come around that way. Down, so like right up here. And then even down the pathway, you start to see a bigger group of them come from the alley. Probably estimate, it's hard to tell from the distance, the shadowing, but more than 10. And then from where you're standing, you can also see them start to move across here, and there's a larger group, 20 plus, coming from this way.
Okay.
And that's just what you can see in a quick glance.
Let's see here, and I am probably 70 feet away from the rest of the group.
You're 70 feet away from Rihu. And then they're another 30 feet away.
I can't even cast. Let's take a gander. Verify sanity.
And Jubilee, you're next.
I'm gonna use my movement and my action to get as close to Rihu as I can, which is a total of 50 feet.
50 feet.
Correct. And let's see here.
Still about 10 feet away from him.
Yep, and I'm looking at my spell slots because I have a bonus spell that I may use. Come on, Tom. That's not gonna do any good. Yeah, that's where I'm stuck. So okay, that's where I
Alright.
sit.
And Jubilee. On the table
How far am I from Rihu right now?
from Rihu?
I feel like not far enough to get there. Not close
60
enough to
feet.
get there. Oh shoot.
Bang.
Okay.
Yeah, don't shoot.
okay.
You do that. You don't shoot.
Okay. If I am not close enough to, I'm gonna use my 30 feet. Oh, if I use my 30 feet of movement, am I able to still see her?
No, she's around the corner.
Oh, so I can't see her at all from where I am.
Correct. You know that she left this way. You also saw Cricket and Raja head off this way, but you can't actually see her.
Okay. And I am just going to dash to Rihu for now. That's gonna be my turn, is to move 60 feet up to him.
Okay.
Because what I need to do is an action, and I used all of my turns to do a big run.
From where you're at, you can see that at least two of them, you can see Cricket. Barely. It's hard, but you can see Cricket from where you stand.
Okay.
That takes us to the top of the order. Rihu. Are you able to roll a death saving throw?
What is the... Does it depend on how much under I went?
Yeah, I believe so.
If you doubled your max HP, then you're out.
So
I did not double my axe.
Okay.
All right. So you can still roll. Go ahead and make sure you don't get that natural 1.
It's just a 20, right?
What?
Yeah, just a D20.
Yeah,
Anything above a 10 is a pass, and anything below a 10 is a fail.
And a 1 is a
It's-
double fail, and a 20
It's
is
a, it's
And
a
20 is a
10.
double
A
pass.
10 is
10?
a 10 a pass?
10 is a
10's
pass.
Yeah.
So you have 1 save out of 3. All right. Rihu, Cricket, Jubilee. There's no feeling of a soul leaving. At this moment that
Okay.
you stand there, there still seems to be Rihu still holding on to life.
Okay.
And that takes us to a Matt. She turns around, faces the two of you, well, as she's trying to fend off the bear and Raja, especially Raja. She is tired of his hits, constantly just putting them right in vital spots, and she knows it. Her skin's still tight where it's still in place. The amulet around her chest. She rolled and recharged her attack. I was able to recharge it. And again, that, and you can see as she utters out in an, does anyone speak Orc? All right. Oh. Raja, you hear just as she utters this basically curse out at you.
I heard what?
Yes, that hurt too much to do it again. So if it cut out, it cut out. It hurt. But she utters this orcish curse out at you. In a sense that may your bones and your flesh become her servant. As she is going to get, oh man, she is so tired of you guys.
Oh, it's just dropped.
She's so tired of us, I'm laying on the floor from her.
You can always just choose to give up.
Oh, so far away. The Satari close in again. They start to crawl down this wall alongside where Raja and Cricket are. You guys hear the clicking. You look up and you can at least see 15 of them as they're crawling down the side of this wall. Vantalord, those 3 points that you looked at are slowly encroaching as well. she is going to hold on to that box on that chain as it. She is going to start to run forward, and with a big
as
wave
she's
of her
running-
hand.
As she's running, I want my opportunity attack.
Big wave of her hand. She's gonna start making a circle. Cricket and Cricket and Raja, you start to see about 25 feet away this opening of this black hole. As it gets wider and wider, as it's pulsating, Raja and Cricket, you start to see these tethers of blue light from the box to that hole, to that black circle. These tethers moving quicker and quicker as it's starting to expand further and further, and she starts to run. Go ahead and take your opportunity attack.
Okay. Oh, I say I'm gonna do that multi-attack with both claws. Oh, I rolled a 19 on both dice. That's fantastic. Alright, so the first claw is going to be. So nine points. 9 points of damage for the first claw. And the second, wow, I actually maxed out my d4s. 10 points of damage on the second.
Claw just one after the other. She stumbles forward as both between the force of the paw behind each of these hits, as well as the damage. She stumbles. She's still running, but between pushing her and slicing flesh out of her back, she is gravely hurt.
I rolled a 18. Well, I rolled 12. 18.
18. Quickly, as both of these hits come from Cricket, she uses her reaction, casts Shield. Raja, you feel your rapier strike against an invisible force as Shield upped her AC by 5. She runs.
Been blocking half my hits today.
Yeah. Purposely saved it for you because you do nasty damage. Although this time Cricket did way more than she thought she was going to do. She stumbles as her feet start to trip over each other as she hits that black circle. Both Cricket and Raja, you see that the tethers of blue light seem to stop. She hits that black circle and just is gone. As the black circle starts to almost have a sense of instability to it. But it is still momentarily, it's shrinking quick. Every second is shrinking. Another foot shrinking.
Like, are we able to?
Potentially, it is Cricket's turn right now.
I'm gonna move back to Rihu with Cricket.
Okay.
Try and then
Slice him.
no. And I'm just gonna get in a defensive posture. I'm gonna hold my action, so if any Satari come near me, it'll be that multi-attack.
Okay. So you're holding that action. That brings us to
Yes.
Raja. You're seeing this circle, this, whether it be a black circle, a portal, it's something that she crossed over.
How was she looking when she ran in there?
With her eyes.
Bad. She was, besides all the grotesque things described about her physical look, she looked rough. She was stumbling as she crossed that threshold. And this it shrinks again.
I run and jump through it with my rapier in front of me, so like that's the first thing that goes through. So then if
Okay.
she's just standing on the other side taking a breather, she just gets kind of stabbed in the back.
Okay. We'll come back to that. A son after my own heart, and I don't know how to deal with it. I feel sorry, John, for everything I did to you.
Is that a you don't really quite know how to deal with that situation yet, so you need a minute to think?
It's like potentially altering for the game.
The way you deal with it is you let me just jump through, stab her in the back. She dies, portal closes, everything inside gets launched out onto the city.
He's thought this through.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, we'll say that's a possibility.
And I may tell a good joke. That's also a possibility. Will it happen?
I mean, he'll roll on dice, so the odds are better for him. Raja, Vantalor, Jubilee, and then we'll resolve what Raja did.
Okay. I should be close enough. I'm gonna run up to. I'm gonna take. I've got 25 feet of movement. I
Yep.
should be able to get up to Rihu.
Yep.
I'm gonna run up to him. I am then going to cast. I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing,
Okay.
and this will heal everyone within 30 feet of me
Okay.
for 2d8 plus my spell modifier. So.
Question, before, I don't want you to waste a spell slot. What did that heart amulet that Ryder had do? Didn't he have a heart amulet?
I did, but we were never really told what it did.
I just don't want a spell slot to get wasted on her. If like,
I'm healing everyone, not just. I'm healing everyone, not just Rihu.
Oh, okay.
So Jubilee, Cricket, Rihu, myself will all get healing from this.
Okay.
Yep. But
So I'm not.
Good thought
I'm
there,
not
Skylar.
wasting.
that was a good memory of an item.
Okay, so
I ran all the way to Rihu to cast Spare the Dying.
14.
And now
everyone
you're
got,
going to.
Yes, everyone got 15 points of healing.
All right, except for you, Skylar. Raja did not get it.
And we did
Yeah.
find out what the heart amulet did. It was just resistant to certain kinds of damage, which we weren't really ever told what it was.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, we have to pick it each morning. Yeah.
So. And this year, what do I got for?
And is that it for you, Vantalord?
Yes.
And describe what it's like when you cast Prayer of Healing, right? Especially in this moment that Vantalord is in.
So as they see me come up, it's. I'm in like a war cry just because I see Rihu fall, and we've been doing combat together for at least a month. You know, I am angry and upset, and you just see me crying out to Apsu for, you know, just to bring my friend life. As they come through, you just see a dwarf just angry. I know, like, Jubilee's probably seen it once or twice, but this is one where Rihu and Raja have become probably two of my closest colleagues, and seeing them fall brings great anger.
As you run, you call out to Apsu. You land on your knees on the ground next to him, placing your hand on him as you begin this prayer to Apsu. This white energy just flows from you as you, like, your aura just illuminates this holiness from Apsu, and just this wave of white energy floods out as it washes over each of you, and you gain your HP.
Antelord, how far are you from me right now?
7 feet, 10 feet, like, he's close.
Oh, okay, I see it happening. I was gonna say, I would just look at Rihu like, I I didn't even start casting it yet. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you see even in the momentary, there's just like seconds after it's finished, even his armor still holds on just for seconds. It holds on this holy glow as it fades and is replaced by that tainted glow again. Jubilee. And
Jubilee has her hand out reaching for Rihu and just goes, oh. Oh. Okay, never mind then.
Because
I
mine
look at
just
you and I'm like-
restores you to 1 hit point if you're unconscious. So eventually.
Jubilee, how you feeling? As I say that, as you start doing that. Oh,
Have you guys ever seen Get Him to the Greek?
Wait, was there healing that went out? Sorry, did I miss that?
15
yeah,
points.
15.
Yeah, you got 15
points.
points of healing.
Okay.
So
Which
my healing is now useless. Because I can only heal people that are dead. But
Question.
if you've ever seen Get Him to the Greek, Jubilee is like that scene where he has the EpiPen stabbed into his
Yes.
chest. She's like, I feel so good right now.
Just flying high.
Yeah. And then, how far am I from the rest of the party that's happening right now? Because I know that I was able to see, you said Bantalord and Cricket run around the corner and I could still kind of see Cricket. So if I move my 30 feet, am I able to see everything that's happening?
If you
Cricket
mo-
move back.
if you move all of like 10 feet, you
Okay.
could see the final glimpses. Yeah, if you move 10 feet, you could see the final glimpses of what will take place. So if you're like, you know what, I'm curious, I want to see if a mat is still there, you could move 10 feet and see down that direction.
Yes, I just want to put eyes on a mat if I can.
Look down at your feet.
Oh, I was just gonna make that joke.
So yeah, you move your 10 feet just to see in that direction.
Okay, and with that, I am going to cast Firebolt. That's gonna be okay.
Just to repaint the scene, this unstable black hole sphere
Okay.
is there. This is what you're seeing, right? Because you didn't see the other part of it. So you see this, and you can see it just kind of.
Yeah. Well, that
You
goes
are getting the
back.
final glimpses of. Roll a perception check. See if you got there in time to see a mat cross through.
Oh no. Okay. 24.
So you get there just in time to see a mat cross through, whether it be a shadow or a portal, and you see Raja has his rapier is starting to pierce the dark circle.
Oh, how far am I from that now?
After moving your 10 feet,
I would have 20 more feet of movement.
Oh, a
You're-
long way away.
you're
Yeah,
about
I
50
just,
feet
like-
from the circle.
I just can't catch up to anybody anywhere.
I know how I feel.
Do you still want to cast Firebolt? I just wanted to
No.
re-explain the
No,
image.
knowing that I can't see a map because a map went through, then I will. If I'm 50 feet away, I'm just gonna dash and use the rest of my 50 feet to go in after Raja.
Oh God.
Oh, you're
Okay, I'll
gonna
set it
you're gonna go
serious.
all your whole 50 feet. Use your bonus
Yeah.
action.
Yep, I'm gonna use my everything to
Okay.
dash.
As you're running, you see Raja continue to try to cross over this threshold into or through this dark circle. As you're just approaching, he's continuing to press through.
I'm not letting you go alone.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, I mean, your arm is crossing through as you hear her run up, yelling this to you.
I'll
And
just yell, hurry up, I'll need you, probably.
Go ahead and roll percentile dice.
Raja or Jubilee?
There is Raja. There is a very low chance of what you explained being a reality, but it is a chance. Did you already roll?
29.
29.
Yep.
Okay. So a 99 or 100 would have made that come true. As you start to thrust your arm through, there's a weird sensation that comes over your arm, up to your shoulder. Everything that's crossing over has the same sensation as when you've teleported through the circles. And you can feel almost like this deconstructing of your body as you're crossing through this threshold. Roll percentile again and see what you get.
Bobulate.
Perhaps you lose an arm.
What's a 10 and a 0?
10.
Just
That's just 10, yeah.
numbers are never good.
Not that.
Nice knowing you, Raja. From now on, we start calling him Lefty.
Yeah. Your rapier goes through, your arm goes through. You feel contact. You feel something hit. As you finish your thrust forward, your shoulder, your face, Jubilee, you see half of his face and then all of his face, and only a little bit remains out as you see him fully thrusting forward, and suddenly the portal vibrates rapidly as it slams shut. As it's being slammed shut, the force of everything suddenly just slams into Raja. Raja, you hook your hand up, and the rapier, as you are thrusted backwards, you're thrown 10 feet past Jubilee, who is face to face with the portal as you're going through it. You're thrusted, land on the ground. You do, however, in this moment, let's take 5, 10, 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you're thrown back against the stone floor. Are you still up?
That,
Yeah.
you said 16?
16 points. Are you still up?
I have 8 hits.
You slam against, your wind is knocked out. But you do see around your wrist what has slid down the blade, around the hilt, and down to your wrist. You must have struck a pouch or something, as there's a amulet around your wrist now. It is gold with a ghostly swirling mist inside its gem.
Ooh.
Like the thing that she blasted us all with?
Nope. So that was a box that she was wearing around her neck, or on a chain around her neck. This is clearly it's an amulet. This amulet is gold with ghostly swirling mist inside its gem. Vantlord, you notice as you've been staying on, or Cricket, as she's been staying on guard, the Satari, almost like taking a cue, start to crawl backwards, watching, like bone snapping, moving. Instead of moving down the building, they start to move. And they move quicker and quicker. Some of them were already on the ground over by the zombies, or the ones even on the other side. And some of them do get close, but they are running as if fleeing from something or to something. They start to go full speed off in a different direction. Some of them get close if you want to take swipes. Otherwise, they are like rats around your feet, the ones that are close, and they are just skirming off.
Oh, I want to take a few swipes with Vantalord.
All
Absolutely.
right. Vantalord, Cricket. Let's see, they said they were coming from this way. They're coming from this way. Rihu, you're conscious. They were coming from this way. So Vantalord, Cricket, and Rihu can all take, let's say, 2 swings to see if you're wanting to attack these Satari that get close. Otherwise,
Heck
you
yeah,
can just let them
absolutely.
pass.
Okay. First swing with my long sword. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits a Satari for sure.
Sweet. And that is my D8. Where is my D8? I just swung. 10 points of damage.
10 points. And you swung your sword?
Yep.
You slam it, just not even caring about the sword. You slam it, you cut it right down the back. It is dead.
Alright, second swing.
Yep.
16?
16 does hit, yep.
Good. 8 points of damage.
8 points. That one, you hit it hard, it's scurrying. You take off like 4 of its legs, as it still goes, but it is drastically slower. Barely hanging on to life. Rihu.
Okay.
All right. First, nat 20.
Natural 20, alright. Go ahead and roll your damage. You can confirm too. Go ahead and roll a confirmation.
Okay. For confirmation. Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
6,
that.
25.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Back-to-back rolls there. Okay, with the crit, it's double, right? So
Yep.
14 points of damage.
All right. You not only hit this one, you jump up. You take a moment. You hop up from your prone position. You hop up. You quickly jump onto one foot, smashing the one that Vantalord almost killed off, reaching over and slamming your fist into another one, killing it.
Lovely.
Go ahead and roll your next hit.
That was good. Rolled an 11.
11. 11 does actually miss. So you slip slightly. You threw some extra force into that with that slip, more momentum, but you do miss your second hit. But you still took out 2 of them. And Jubilee, were you? Oh, you're over there. Was Cricket going to attack again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She want to eat some of them.
No. Alright, that's a dirty 20 for the first.
Okay. That hits.
And 2d4. I feel like I'm playing a wizard with how many d4 I have to roll. 8 points of damage on the first.
Okay. Likewise, it is barely holding on to its life, but it is still there.
And 19 plus 7, 26. I know that guy hits.
That hits.
5 plus 2, 7 points of damage on that guy.
7 points of damage. And that finishes off that Satari. The rest of them scurry by very quickly, just twice as fast, just blazing out of there. As suddenly, in moments, everything goes quiet. No pedestrians. The pedestrians, everyone that is there is has been slain in some fashion or another, and it is pure silence.
I'm so out of breath. I just ran. I just ran so much.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I look at her snarkily going, well, at least I see I'm not the only thing that runs more than his mouth.
Yeah, I was sprinting around trying to get to people, and then I'd get to the people, and then the people would be fine or gone or too far away. I'm tired.
Really? You're talking to a dwarf about sprinting around?
Well, listen, I found these, and I'm gonna pull out the contracts.
I used the last of my teleporting dagger's ability.
But do you know what these are?
Looks like paper. I know usually where paper can go. It's used to finish some business.
Well, I can see the writing on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not on the walls.
No, look, they have people's names on them and things.
And you recognize them when as you start to pay a little bit closer attention to them. You recognize these as the contracts.
When I recognize his contracts, does the ring on my left hand start doing anything?
No, in previous times, once you opened up the scroll and got it closer to the scroll, it would do something.
I look at Crick and I look at Julian like, can I take a look at those?
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody knew what they were.
I grab them. I start doing the ring thing to see if it does anything.
The normal things begin to happen.
I feel compelled to do this at this point because of the previous. Like I'm feeling compelled. Like, oh, there's these contracts.
Mm-hmm.
These are usually nothing but pure evil. I need to do this. Like there's no getting around it.
The normal signs start to appear. You open up the scroll, and you see that you can't see where to put the ring. So you pull out the mirror.
Yep.
And then you can see where to put the ring, and then it illuminates blue where to place the ring. When you've done all those things, knowing how to break these contracts, that tension inside of you hits a pinnacle. The tension between breaking the contracts, standing on the platform, and saving the people is the imagery that flashes before you. And simultaneously, the image of Apsu with another chain being thrown over top of it. Quickly, in rapid fire, images of your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your grandfather, your father, standing with an aura of light around them. Shifting to the side as you begin to slip into a dark alley.
Contracts are evil. I can't help it. I have to break these. This is someone's soul at stake. I look at Apsu, I'm like, I've done my best to serve you, but I have to break these contracts. There's got to be more out there.
Almost as if the image in front of you was real. His head doesn't snap out of anger or aggression. His head doesn't move as if a deity that is better or a dragon that is higher. but it moves towards you. And he lays his head on the ground. As another chain is again thrown on top of it and tightened with visible weakness, tormenting your god. Each of you standing around see this pondering. I believe, Jubilee, you've seen contracts being broken. No, you haven't seen a contract broken.
Not like this, no.
So you see this pondering where the other two of you understand the mirror. You understand what he's looking for, but yet he stands or kneels in silence as you see his head shifting, looking, but for you, looking at nothing. Anyone can say anything or do anything. Vantalord, you, of course, as well.
I'm in thought right now, so anything that I say right now, the others won't hear.
Okay.
Like, this, more in his. He must have had a lot of souls in binding. I gotta free them. I found the ones that were with his current circus, but how many more did he have? In my mind, I look up towards Epsu and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is something I feel I have to do. You have served my family has served you as protecting the king. Especially as they train other paladins, but I know, as you told me before, I'm on my own journey. I need to find the rest of these cursed contracts.
You hear then is it in your own strength that you choose to move forward?
I look at him and I bow my head and I go, it is.
Another chain is thrown on, tightened down, as the silhouette of this person, overcast Apsu. You hear this maniacal laugh as suddenly in her hands a large, long blade appears, and she swings, whoosh, and the blade comes down on his neck. Image gone. Your hand slaps against the paper as the paper begins to turn to that blazing red running through it, hardens and into the ring. First contract broke.
Are you supposed to just set them on fire?
I look up at Jubilee, startled, and I'm like, sorry, it's this Morin that we've been chasing had souls bound to contracts where they couldn't leave this cursed circus. Everything in my being, I cannot allow it. So as I've been finding these contracts, I've been breaking them to free those souls, so that way they can live the life they want to live, and not what Morin wants them.
I do remember you saying that people were like stuck there.
Second contract lays before you.
know the people that are on them?
I do not, but I also know though that their souls are not being controlled by themselves. It was being controlled by Morin.
But I thought he was dead. You used his head as a bowling ball.
What's a bowling ball?
Whatever the Dungeons and Dragons equivalent of a bowling ball.
I look at her and go, he may be dead, but we don't know what demonic contract he still holds over these people.
Okay,
I want to make
DM
sure that
question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have the burn on my hand still?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, that healed. Yep.
Ha! I know which burn you're talking about. It just hit me.
Yeah, that's gone.
Speaking of demonic entities,
I want to make sure that these people can live the life that they want to, and not that another person is telling them to.
Well, I agree with that.
As she says that, I go, this is another soul freed, and I work on breaking that contract.
Okay. You do the same thing. As you break the second one, Jubilee, you see this again, what the others have seen multiple times, as the paper almost like burns from bottom to top as it holds its shape with the red line flowing upwards, and then and it all sucks into the ring.
What is that?
Vantalord, your hand that was stiff has mobility in it now.
It's had mobility for a while.
Okay, well, it still has mobility in it.
Okay.
I just told a sitting dog to sit. Okay, so yeah. But yes, your hand, paying attention to it because you know that there was something right with that ring around it. You now have a full ring, almost like a tattoo, a black ring around your wrist, and you still have mobility. Where before that ring wasn't fully attached, but now it is.
As I'm looking down, I'm like, well, that's something new, but if this is the price that I pay to make sure that others are free, I'd much rather be in pain than see others in pain.
I just wish that we knew who these people were. Or like how to know that this is doing what it's supposed to. But also, what was that giant portal?
And Raja, you have some understanding based on what you felt. Can't hear you.
I look at
What'd you say, Raja?
What did I feel?
Remember as you were reaching the blade through, trying to lunge through the portal, you felt almost like a very similar feeling to when you've gone through the circles when you've teleported places. What do you guys do? And is Cricket still a bear?
I'm gonna move Cricket out of bear form. Sorry. Good.
Okay.
Thank you. I totally forgot that she still was in. I look at Jubilee though. I'm like, you brought up the question of how do we know it's even working? And it just feels like it is. Like, you ever have like a gut feeling that you're doing the right thing, or that something's changed?
Yeah. I think. I definitely get the gut feeling that I'm doing something wrong. A lot.
I get the gut feeling that I'm doing this the right thing. And I have to make sure that I'm doing the right thing.
Well, then I guess they're probably all very grateful.
I hope so. Well, being that we have some peace, I wonder. I'm guessing looking around, everything's just in chaos. There's probably no one alive.
It actually was absent of everything. With the force that Raja was thrown back, the disappearance, and then the sweeping of the Satari through this area, it was actually absolute quiet, other than the sound of your guys' voice. As you start to have this conversation and these contracts are broke, what was just seconds in reality felt like a long time for you, Vantalord, in that struggle. There are some guards that can start to be heard, recognizing the sound of armor clacking, as in the square, some guards are starting to move around. You can hear some chatters, kind of muffled. Some of them seem to be closer as they're talking about the destruction that was caused and the all the bodies that are around. As each of you move slightly over, you start to see, as the guards start to gather, some other individuals even come out to help with the respects of these individuals. And some life in this deprivation and this destruction of this area, some life starts to come back as the people start to come back together to take care of this area, knowing the great devastation. And with that,
Raja was
yeah, go ahead, Roger. What's up?
Actually, Raja would like to go to ask someone, like a guard, if there's a magic shop in the area, because it probably won't be one of these vendor stands, so they're probably still there.
A
I
true
was thinking about just
opportunist.
taking stuff, but then people just kind of started coming back.
Yeah,
Rather
I was
just
gonna go
take
look
some
for a
stuff from the
blacksmith.
blacksmith.
Well, I'm not
It-
gonna take stuff from the blacksmith. I want to be a good patron.
Oh, kind of hoping
that-
they were dead.
Is that really your first reaction after everything that just happened?
Who,
I'm
him or
just-
me?
Both.
I'm almost dead.
Like,
I
we
just
went
want to
through
go
this-
get my stuff and go to sleep.
We've been doing this crazy fight.
and
Lord's got a one-track mind.
a fight that has extremely surpassed all of the fights that any of you have been in. The intensity and the dynamics of the various different creatures you've had to fight, exceeding all other ones that you've been in. Raja is spot on, extremely exhausted, and he doesn't have the exhaustion on him, right? So the other three, Jubilee, Rihu, and Cricket, even feeling it even more. Although Rihu, you hold true to your essence of recognizing something beyond just the dead bodies, and that they also have connections beyond them. As you give this soft pushback to the group, the crowd in the square starts to grow as they're slowly starting to bring more and more bodies, and it is there that we will take our break.
Okay. As it is.
Facing evil's might, unity commands, arch devils contract.
Oh, I just got back in time. I got 5 seconds on my timer.
Wow.
See, right there. Boom.
Bam.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Skylar's on the phone. And where's the Miss Joe Bailey?
I scared her.
Yeah. I don't know that anyone can scare her. Well,
Challenge accepted.
we will go ahead and get started. Hop right back into it. Let's go ahead and change slides here. And there we go. That is not the right one. No. Well, as we hop back into it, the 5 of you are just outside of the square, and you can see them slowly pulling in just the different bodies from throughout the area. They seem to be stacking them. Vandalord, you would know specifically that they are going through a cleansing process. First, they're trying to find them, identify them, and then also then properly burying each of them. They pay no regard or no respect to whether it be the skeletons. They're kind of thrown off by the zombies. Not sure because those were their people, maybe. Like they're kind of tossed by those. And the Satari disgust anyone who get close to them. The smell, the wretched smell, just is extremely off-putting. I forgot to mention this, but for all of those around, when Vandalord, right before Vandalord broke the contracts, the ore around him became heavier, more intense. You could say kind of thicker. Just it was more obvious. And then after he broke the contract, it just as if it was sucked into his body or it vanished. That taint or that aura around Vantalord is no longer visible.
So Bantalord, do you like know when that happens? Like, do you you had like a glow, but like a weird one, and it changes sometimes. And do you know that you have that?
I think you mentioned that before.
Well, while you were breaking the contracts, it changed and then it like sucked back in.
Like I no longer have the glow?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing to note, I guess.
Well, it is what it is then.
Do you feel different?
Would I feel different?
It's all surreal at the moment. What you're take it wherever you want, Vantalord, but in this moment of the visions that you've had, that's the surreal part.
Physically, I don't feel any different. Had some odd visions, had some like weird mental images, but physically I feel fine, minus the cool hand tattoo.
Well, I guess that's good.
Oh, I just know I probably still have contracts to break.
Or did your stuff go away because you broke all of them already?
I don't know.
Where was this circus? Like, what? I just don't know if, like, what if we went to see if everybody is free now?
Well, the last time we saw the circus was in Woods Edge, right as they were leaving. I can't remember where they were going.
Okay.
But obviously it must have been going this direction, being that Morin Duke was here. Wait a second. As I'm thinking about that, would I remember that, like, Morin Duke or Nacia would come into town a few days before the circus, try to pull, volunteers, wrangle them all in?
What you don't remember is Jubilee being there.
Okay. Well, if Morin Duke was here, from what we learned in Woods Edge, usually him or someone else from the circus would come into town, probably 3 or 4 days from what the people had told us. They would look for volunteers. They'd try to find people that would potentially want to be acts on the circus, and they would go try to set up the circus. I want to go find a guard.
Okay. Easy enough, as they are all in and out of the square.
I want to come up to one of them and just say, I hate to be a bother to you, but one of the individuals involved in this fight was part of a circus. Is one coming into town, or is it leaving town right now?
I'm not aware of any circus around here. And typically people don't even travel in this area. We're just a stronghold, so I mean, of course we have some merchants, but as far as circuses, that kind of thing, those kind of people don't tend to come around here. Typically more Longstead merchants or militant type individuals.
Oh, that puts my 3 out then.
Not to say that there's not one coming. Just never had one here before.
I just want to make sure because it sounds like you've, or at least from what I can tell, you've probably been here a while, and I wasn't sure if this was something that was planned.
What do you mean?
Like a
All
circus
this was...
coming
Oh.
No, not all this. Destruction should never be planned. That's one of the things my dad taught me. Destruction should never be planned unless a king's going to conquer someone evil. But as far as circus, I thought that maybe people would be hyped up about it. That's all I was asking.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, as far as any kind of flyers or advertisements or marketing or any of that kind of jazz, that's, not something that typically happens here. Actually, it's never happened here in the 20 years I've been here.
And what was
Follow-up
he?
question.
Did I go through all of his stuff?
All of whose stuff? Morn's?
Yeah.
You did a really quick look, but scrolls are big, so they're not so hard to find.
I for sure want to. You said that this Morin Duke guy was the head of the circus, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm gonna run back over there.
All right. So as she's running, I'm like, okay, I apologize if I'm taking too much time. But
Well, I mean, you could always, I know you're short, but you're stocky, you're strong, so if you want to help me pull some bodies, we could talk and carry at the same time.
that actually sounds
Walk and
like a good
talk.
idea.
Walk and talk.
So I go to help him. I'm gonna help pull bodies. I'm like, if a circus were to come to town,
Uh-huh.
where potentially would they set up? Is there a spot big enough? Like,
well,
of setting it.
We probably wouldn't let them inside. Too many security risks there, you know.
Makes
I
sense.
don't know a lot about circuses, but I would imagine that your friend over there would probably fit in well. But never really seen one in my life, so I could be wrong about that. Maybe you would be a better fit at one than her. Let's see, where would we... I mean, right outside the stronghold would probably be fine. We wouldn't guarantee any security or safety for them. It could be a bit dangerous out there. There's always wild beasts out there, and now there's the strange beasts that are out there. Yeah, but probably not inside.
Okay. And as you say that, I'm like, the space they would need is probably three to four times the size of your central courtyard at minimum.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is the biggest open space we have in here.
Okay. Maybe I'll go do some investigating later. As he says that, I'm like, well, let's get the rest of these bodies. I'll help out best I can while my friends. I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
Duly appreciated. Lots of... I don't know if you've noticed, and by this time, you guys, everyone sees that there's a stack growing. And it looks like at this time, and guards are still, with respect, bringing in these bodies, primarily from the left and right flank where those Satari were coming from. But at this time, there seems to be about 50 bodies that are lined up, and more are coming in.
Well, at least we're helping them hit the floor.
Yes. What about the rest of you? Jubilee, Raja, Rihu?
Well, I'm gonna search Morin Duke's body.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You find 12 platinum.
Ooh.
You find another pouch of 50 gold.
Oh, fun.
You find a pouch of various gemstones.
Fun.
You find a small parchment with writing on it.
Did you say she found 12 platinum?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The guy rolled on some coin. Like,
Okay.
I mean, he ran the circus. You found the parchment with writing on it,
Yeah.
and you found a tuning fork.
Huh.
Another one.
What does the parchment with the writing say?
It talks about it's some of his scribble. You can see you can pick up from there that he likes to find oddities, rarities, things that are abnormal. So
Makes
there's
sense.
notes of there's another one I can find, or just little scribbles in the margin. In
Okay.
the body of the text, it's this scribbled in. It looks like the same handwriting, but talking about a prophecy of a magical item from another plane.
Okay. All right. And nothing about any clowns that ran away or anything remotely like it. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I will run back to the group and let them know everything that I found, including the tuning fork.
All right, and Rihu and Raja.
Raja's
Going.
still going. There's a shop.
All right, so you inquire from
To
a
the
guard.
Yeah,
Okay. And what shops are you looking for?
magic.
Okay, magic and just magic.
Like magic items, accessories. Magic. Shops that would have magic items.
All right. You bump into a guard, and he wasn't quite looking as he was pulling a body over, and he bumps into you and yeah, we do have we do have a couple. What you're looking for, I guess you're kind of vague in your explanation, so I guess probably the best one for you would be the Trinket Trove. A little weird look, and he steps back, and you might be a little thrown off when you go into this place, okay? It's different. Typically, we wouldn't allow it, but we did, and it's working. So, it's okay. It's right over there if you go 3 blocks that way, and then 2 blocks to the left, and 1 more block down. And basically, it's to the far side compared to where the manor is. It's like you went from there to the square and you keep on going. It's 5 or 6 blocks over that way. Again, that's the Trinket Trove. A little bit of an odd place, but if you're looking for vague, random things, he probably has it.
Okay. And then is there any other shops that would hold magic items? Let's say like weapons, armor.
Well,
Specific.
yeah, I don't really know about let's see, you're talking about weapon type magic items. I mean, there is another shop in town. Well, I mean, there's lots of shops in town, and come on, there's shops all around us right now. But we do have, you said weapons, so we have the Ironclad Forge. That's a blacksmith here. Now I don't know how much any of these are still running, but maybe. I mean, stuff happens. It's life. We live in a stronghold, right? We get attacked from time to time. I don't know if you're staying or leaving, or never seen you around here. But there's the Frost Fire Hearth, and that's the tavern inn around here. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you have any other questions, you could always speak with Captain Alra. Captain Veldran, Captain Aldora Veldran. Captain Veldran is I don't know. He's been here 35 years, so well acquainted with the area.
Okay.
And that's ALARA VELDREN.
A-L what?
Alara.
Alara?
Alara Veldren. Veldren. Veldren.
B-E-L.
Veldren.
D.
Ren.
Yeah. Is it the V?
Yeah.
Vehicle?
Yep.
V-boy.
Victor.
And then I'll go to the trinket trove.
All right, well, I'm gonna get back to work, so you enjoy. Roger starts to take off. Jubilee, you have searched the body. Rihu, what are you doing?
Ryu's going through a bit of a phase right now.
Okay.
He's pretty shaken up after what just happened. Rightfully so. Basically being close to death. So I'm just kind of jumping into the mode of helping the guards at this point.
Okay.
Going on autopilot, and as he kind of like tries to struggle and deal with those emotions.
Mm-hmm. And you do find some solace in it. You remember the time that you were with the monks, and just this reverence for life, and that even after things have died, that there's still a reverence that carries on. So you're finding solace in that. You're able to, just like you said, move into that autopilot and basically tunnel vision and not so much see all the details, but just, okay, here's another one. And the good that you're doing out of that.
Absolutely. I mean, I can still hear and understand whenever people come and they're giving updates and things along those lines. I'm just not really thinking about those at this point.
Right. For sure.
Or shell-shocked. That'd be a good way of putting it.
Absolutely. Okay, so Vantalord and Rihu, you're helping out. And it does take the better half of the next about 30 to 45 minutes to carry that task fully out. In the end, there are about 500 people that have been brought to this square. So there's a moment of recognition when Matt called in all those blue lights, like that. It was almost sky covering because of the limited view of the sky, right, with the buildings. So it's just knowing what they are, then about 500 souls that are being sucked to her. During that, we'll call it 45 minutes. Cricket. Raja, you're heading to the Trinket Trove. Cricket and Jubilee, are you staying? Are you going? Are you doing something else?
I'll get rolling.
Where you rolling?
Well, I do want to split all of the money that I got with everybody.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll just get ready for whatever the next thing we want to move towards is, because so now Morin Duke is dead and this portal's closed and I'm a little lost. I feel like I have all these souls that I missed out on and I just don't know what to do with myself because I feel like I keep letting the Raven Queen down. I just saw your message, yes. Speaking of letting the Raven Queen down, that was perfect timing. Okay, so
What's that?
I would like to speak with the souls of I'd like to speak to Morin Dukes first.
Are you wanting to just randomly do that here? Are you wanting to follow Roger? Are you wanting to go back to the manor?
I would like to do it somewhere more private than just in the middle of the universe.
Okay. So private places that you could think of would either randomly walking into a house to hope it's empty. The manor would be the most private place.
Yeah, I'm fine with the manor.
Okay.
if
So-
anyone wants to come with me.
So Jubilee makes it known she's heading back to the manor where the were-rats are.
I'm gonna go talk to dead people. I'll see you guys later.
That's how she says that one. Raja's headed off to the shops. Rihu and Vantalor during this 45 minutes are helping out. What is Cricket doing? Tom. Are you thinking? Or are you talking?
Wrong mute. I clicked the wrong button.
Okay, what's Cricket doing?
She looks at Jubilee and she goes, I'm beat.
Well, come back to the manor with me then. Didn't you leave Bear there too?
Yeah, Bear's still there. I need to go take a rest. I'm just exhausted.
Do you want to get on my back? I don't know how long I can carry you for, but I can try. Or maybe we can find a little wagon. I could pull you back.
Oh, I can still walk. I'm just spent.
All right. Cricket and Jubilee make your way back. It doesn't take long, but you do make your way back. Raja, you head off to the store. And you went over to the Trinket Trove first? Okay. So when you arrive outside of it, what you see is that the Trinket Trove is nestled in a bit of a narrow and crooked alley. It twists a little bit more than normal. It's not such a straight path. You see a weathered wooden sign that hangs slightly askew above the door, and on it is a painted image of a whimsical treasure chest that's overflowing with these strange glowing items. The shop's exterior is like a mishmash of different architectural styles. It looks like maybe this patchwork was done and this was built and maybe here's an add-on, and the styles don't flow together. So then there's even patchwork to try to kind of cover up areas that don't flow, and it just makes it even more of this oddity. The large window display that you see is filled with more odd curiosities, floating feathers, soft glowing hourglasses. A strange mechanical bird appears to stare just at any passerby. It seems to follow you. And just other oddities and mysterious items like that you see kind of fill up this window.
I will walk right in.
All right. So you walk into the shop, and inside of it is just a amplified version of the outside. Upon entering the shop, it's cluttered and chaotic, yet somehow charmingly so. It seems to have an order within its chaos. Shelves line every inch of the wall space, stacked with old books, enchanted trinkets, jars filled with glowing liquids, and various other oddities. From ceiling to floor and wall to wall, this place is just packed. The ceiling is adorned with a tapestry of hanging items, tiny brass keys, enchanted lanterns. It all kind of gives this enchanted look. However much of it actually is or isn't, it's just giving off this very whimsical and enchanted feel. You smell the smell of blended incense, different burning scents that are in the air. And the wooden floorboards crack with every step. It's old and decrepit, and it seems like every little bit of patchwork is holding it together. Inside, when you enter, because of all the creaking floor, the shopkeep comes out, and you see this. At first, it's hard to make out, but it's this shorter person, and he walks out, and you just hear in big giant ears, pointed big ears. You start to see the greenness of his skin, and you go, what are you looking for? I can help you with most anything.
Are you able to identify what certain magic items do?
I mean, sometimes if you give me a little bit of time, a little bit of coin, I can probably do that for you. We can call it, I don't know. How about 5 gold per item? You give me a day, depending on how hard it is. You give me 5 gold. Oh, wow, that would be nice. You give me 1 gold, cut your deal. Give me 1 gold, not you gold. Give me the gold. Give me the item. Tomorrow I give you the item back, and I can most assuredly, most of the time, I can tell you mostly what it does.
What about this one? And I'll hand him the void amulet.
Well, this is interesting. A gold amulet, huh? I don't see too many of these around. It's got this world swirling in the gem. Huh. Interesting little piece. Sure, you give me a gold, give me a day, and I'll tell you what this is tomorrow. That's the sound I was looking for. Anything else? How about, I would love to sell you some things. By the way, if you haven't picked up on it, it's a little goblin who's in here. Big old grin, lots of teeth, and he's an odd little guy. Definitely looks like he's got some years on him, but he's engaging.
Would you be able to identify it quicker?
I mean, maybe. Look, I don't know if you came here alone, but there's a couple ways that we could work this. You could pay me more, or bring me more customers. Either way, I get more money. I like to have more money. So, if there are other oddities here that you would like to see, then I would like to sell them. If you'd like to pay me more for expediting this, but there will still be a couple hours. I mean, I can only go so fast, and this one might be a little bit challenging. But, I mean, I can try.
I will give you 2 platinum.
Yeah, give me like 2 hours, and I can have... look, if I can't fully describe it to you, I'll give you a platinum back, but I'm keeping the other one. Okay, 2 hours. Double or something deal, okay? I don't do double or nothing.
Then just point me in the direction of the magic items that could help me out in any way, shape, or form while adventuring.
I mean, you say that you're just looking for some things, but a spark in the rain is never truly out.
Then you bring those items to me that you want to show me.
I mean, I can definitely show you things. I mean, check this out. Watch this. I got a good one for you. And he like lifts his hands up, as if gesturing he's bringing you the whole shop. A shadow's kiss is colder than a mountain's heart. So, there's just all kinds of things everywhere, and sometimes illusions and deception are sometimes the most creative and fun, but there's all kinds of things in here, And besides, only the forgotten truly remember. I mean, come on, there's just all kinds of stuff. What would you like? I got it all for you.
All for me.
I mean, you're gonna pay me if you're gonna take it, but sure, if you want it all.
Fiery stuff.
Fiery, ooh. Someone's got a little bit of spice. Fiery stuff.
Spicy.
What do I got for the spicy stuff? Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay. What's this one here? Okay. So here's the thing. This, I don't know if you've been told, it's a little bit of a second-hand store, right? I don't know if that makes it like fourth hand, but I don't know what it all does. But look over here, this one's said to be, and it's got like a bit of a, almost like a mermaid-esque look to it. Not quite mermaid, but something of the sea. This one, I was told, is a comb of the siren. I don't exactly know what that is, but anyways, it's kind of pretty. It seemed that, you know, it's supposed to like memorize the person that you're trying to talk with so that they're a little bit more willing to do what you want. I don't know that I necessarily have anything directly fire related, but I do have a couple things. Where's it at? And he like digs through different items as he grabs one and he tosses it back and tosses it over. Where is it at? There's one here that will like help you traverse like different like different planes. Where did that go? Hey, this one's a cool one. This one's a talisman of safe travels. This one lets you just like never get lost. Maybe I should put this on items I don't want to lose. Anyways, it will never let you get lost no matter where you're at. Well, I mean, it's fourth hand again, so, you know. This one, this one, I tried this one out. This one lets you breathe underwater. This is a cool necklace. Yeah, somewhere in here I have like, this one protects you from all weather conditions. This is a cool cloak. You know, there's just kind of all kinds of like what it's gonna be easier if you tell me exactly. This one is really kind of fun. And he pulls out just like a die, like a die, and he goes, "You can roll for your fate with this one." You know, so there's just all kinds of things. This one is supposed to help you, like, I don't know, you write cow, and I guess someone turns into a cow. So I was told they called it Pen of the Polymorph, but I've never tried it because I don't want to. I mean, again, it's fourth hand, so, you know, maybe I hope I didn't get ripped off on this one.
Well, then I think I will look around and let you know.
All right.
And
Yeah.
started on my
Yeah.
item.
Yeah, and if you have friends and they have items, I would love to, like, you know, help them identify those items too. That would be that would just make my day.
Okay.
Actually, probably
I'll
multiple
see
days.
if they want to.
Yeah, that would be good. And he like walks off. He doesn't like stop watching you, but he walks off, but mumbling like, you know, it'd probably actually, he just constantly correcting himself. Probably actually be multiple days. Depends on how many items they have. It could be a lot of days. I don't know. Maybe there's simple. And he just goes on and on as he then stands behind the counter watching you. Back to, go ahead. Okay. So back to Jubilee, back at the manor, finishing up the end of this here 45 minutes. Jubilee, you get over there, and you start to set up your space. And what does that look like?
I would like to lay out, probably my cloak, and then where the raven is in the center, I want to place some like stones and crystals if I can get my hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
Light some candles and things. really just blow out any like sconces on the wall so it's really dark and all there is the candlelight on the floor while I sit cross-legged on top of my cloak. Get real creepy with it.
And some of these items you have that were brought to your attention when she granted you this ability, like the specific candle and some of these items that you are using, she gave you.
I would also like to grab the doll.
Got it. Yes, you grab that doll.
And I'm going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to cast Speak with Souls and see
Okay.
what happens.
You lay down the cloak. You light your particular gifted candle. You lay out your crystals.
Do I need something specific from the soul that I'm trying to speak to?
I don't
'Cause
believe.
I was gonna say I would definitely carry Mornduke's head with me, and I don't really care how many weird looks I get.
No, for that alone, no. But you start to lay this out and you even go up to that particular room that you found the doll. And you lay it out. And the raven itself starts to merge from the cloak. As it then it grows, this large silhouette of this raven. It doesn't manifest into a raven, but its shadow grows as it engulfs you into its silhouette. You hear it knock at the door, and someone had kind of heard some rustling, and they open it up and they see nobody in the room. As the raven wraps its wings around you, Jubilee, you're gone. You find yourself in an empty abyss. Not cold, not hot. The echo inside of this chamber. You just kind of, it takes a second as it's disorientating. And you stand there, and you said you wanted to speak to Morin?
Yes.
So you're thinking, and you get this raven that's sitting just 10 feet away from you. There's the raven. You can see in your immediate area, and you don't feel threat from around you. And as Morin begins to come into the space in front of you. Now you have, I believe I sent you the mechanics on this.
I think so.
All right. So you get, by standards, you get 5 questions. And you're going to incur a point of exhaustion for running this ritual.
Okay.
You can decide if you want to try to push past your 5, but you know, because of the warning from the Raven Queen, that doing so might cause tension or worse.
Right. Okay.
But you are granted 5 questions to be able to speak with this person.
Okay.
As you see him manifest in front of you.
Oh, hi! You must be feeling better because we took your head off. Okay. First question. What are you doing in this town here if the circus isn't here?
To answer your first question, I don't feel fine at all. To answer your second question,
I did not ask you a question. That was not the fun.
and you see him almost as if his soul is still resisting, but it's different than just speaking with the dead, where there can be a lack of knowledge. There can be there can almost, even with like Zone of Truth, there can be some resistance and trying to navigate around it. You have the actual essence of the person, not the remains of their body.
Right.
So you see him resisting, And as the crow starts to expand just slightly in its size, there's a bending of its will. I'm here in search of an object on another plane.
Okay. And you were holding these contracts. We've since broken a few of them. How many more are there?
Being I don't know how many you have or had or broke, I don't know.
Well, then, if 20 were broken, how many more would there be?
If 20 were broken, there would be no more, because I didn't have 20.
You're so sassy.
I'm nearly positive about that. I saw that look from you, Tom. I'm nearly positive about that. So, if 20 were
I'm
broken...
pretty sure I broke 20. I will double check, but I'm 98% sure of that.
So we'll go with that. So, yes. And you see him get this smile as he starts to then... He knows it. Like, there's something about this place, and it's not like a place full of mystery. It's only odd to you because it's your first time here. But he begins to step back, and the crow doesn't force his will. He says, goodbye. As he's stepping back. Now,
I wouldn't know to ask him that. Okay, no.
Do you want to continue to press that line, or do you leave this
I'm going to leave it at that, I think.
Okay. He fully emerges back into the shadow. And even as he's doing so, his body starts to fade and wisp into the shadows itself. The crow steps back, fades into the shadow. Darkness pours over you as you see the wings of the raven come from around you, and you find yourself back in the room and the raven back on the cloak. And you feel a second level of exhaustion.
Oh boy, I need a nap. Okay. Well, I'll let them all know what happens when they all get back here, but I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Jubilee just worn and beaten. Worn from running, maybe not beaten. Lays down, tired and exhausted. This ritual takes a lot out of you. Back at the square, Rihu and Vantalord, the last of the bodies have been pulled in that they can find. The two of you find yourself in the square. Some of the guards have thanked you for your help in aiding and paying respects to these people as they'll then move into the next phase of this. And you find yourselves next to each other.
Well, at least I was able to help get these bodies stacked for them to dispose of how they see fit. I need to find that blacksmith still, and I look down at my armor like, this poor armor has seen better days.
What time of the day are we talking about at this point?
That's a good question too.
I believe you guys entered the city in like earlier mid-morning, because you guys,
we did.
Yep, you guys left, fought the mutated wolves, entered into the city, went to the mansion. So it would be like mid to late morning, like 11 o'clock right now. Even the battle, I mean, for us it took forever, right? But that was like a 10-15 minute fight, and then an hour or so in helping with these bodies. So about 11 o'clock.
I'm gonna kind of look at Mandalore and be like, I could use a little rest and some food and drink. I don't know about you.
Well, how about we see if I can drop my armor off, and then we go find that tavern.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe they got some roasted boar or something. I could eat like a dwarf. A traditional dwarf.
Oh, you're looking for a blacksmith?
Yes.
You could probably use one. I don't know if you know how to take care of armor. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but you could definitely probably use one. I don't mean any. Anyways, we do have one here. He's a good chap. If you just head on over there, and he points in roughly the same direction that Raja headed.
All right.
We do have one over there. That one is the Ironclad. Look for Elara. She's a wonderful blacksmith. That's Elara. Elara is she's good with her hands. She can probably fix that up for you pretty well.
I look at the guard and I go, I appreciate the information.
Uh-huh. You did help us out quite a bit. Oh, what's up? I didn't mean to interrupt you. What's that?
No. I was just saying I will accompany my friend here
Ah.
to the blacksmith.
Yes.
I look at Rio, I'm like, well, let's make this a short visit and go find some roasted boar.
Sounds good, as I can barely walk.
You guys hobble off in that direction. It takes you about 5 minutes or so. It's a short walk away.
All right. And just a very loud, dwarf.
You what?
I'm just a very loud dwarf,
Oh.
just hobbling along in broken armor.
Gotcha. When you do reach it, the exterior of the ironclad forge is a robust and practical, reflecting the hard work done within. The building is sturdy stone. The shingles itself isn't the clay shingles that you would find on a lot of the other buildings. It is a material that's much more conducive, largely stone, but there are some spots where there's some other materials woven in, but largely stone to help maintain the forge itself. Very practical in the way that it uses the heat and energy within. The shop sign is simple but elegant, made of an iron bars in an iron design, depicting it both like a hammer striking an anvil. Again, just showing the craftsmanship that this blacksmith has.
As I come into the blacksmith shop, I'm like, I look around. Do I see the forge or the person that'd be tending to the forge?
Yeah,
Alora?
when you walk in, the walls that you see a display along the walls lined up with racks and shelves showcasing the impressive big array of weapons and armor, tools, and even decorative mealwork that she seems to have put on display, showing even a skill outside of just the practical. There's a large counter made of dark polished wood that stands near the entrance, where you can place your orders, and you do see Alara on the other side of that. She has long hair. Her eyes contrast her hair. Her hair is like a long brown. Her eyes are an emerald green, with almost like a warm sun-kissed tan color of skin. Dressed very practical for her work. She is clearly both helping at the counter and the one striking the anvil. So she's got a long leather apron on and very simple clothes.
As I come into the shop, I look at her and I go, I kind of look just kind of sad. I'm like, I apologize for this, and obviously my armor's quite beaten, and I'm sure you're probably going to frown upon the poor use or the neglect that it's had. Are you able to repair it, or would you recommend something new? And as I say that, I actually start taking, I take off the chainmail. I'm still wearing, my the tunic underneath, but I'm like, I know as a warrior, no one's armor should ever get this bad, and I apologize in advance.
She like readjusts her tools. Every now and then you see her kind of fidgeting with her stuff. She's humming. She's listening to you, but you just hear her humming, and she's looking at you. But she readjusts her tools, and well, you can say it either way. You don't need to apologize, right? I mean, if armor is never broken, is it ever used? So I don't know if you're clumsy, new, or perhaps it sounds like there was a bit of a skirmish, quite loud. It sounds pretty bad. I had my doors locked up pretty tight, and let's say I just grabbed a couple of these weapons and just stayed behind my door. So armor that's never used is
they've seen quite a bit of action.
Yeah, so it happens, and if you run into certain things, and she's starting to look over, and she adjusts her tools again and pushes her hair out of her eyes, and yes, I could very likely repair this armor. This doesn't seem out of reason.
And this is that mithril chainmail that I've had for quite some time. Or and I look at her and go, is there anything stronger that I'd be able to purchase it or in exchange, and you could use this as like some of the scrap metal and other repairs potentially?
I mean, I definitely do have more armor. I would love to take this off your hands. I have kind of the standard stuff. We do have, if I was looking to repair this here armor, and she starts to like tap her chin and think, it's pretty rough. It's a little bit rarer of a metal. I would probably be looking at about, if it was a different metal, it wouldn't be so bad. Probably about the 50 gold to fix this here. If that sounds too expensive, then 5 platinum would also be just fine. And she kind of chuckles at that. But it is a little bit harder with this type of metal. But I could sell you some new armor. I have all kinds of armor, from the light and the medium and the heavy types of armor. I got, and she points to the shop, and there are shields, there are scimitars, there's rapiers, there's longswords, there's axes, there's javelin. I mean, if it's here. I got some brand new. Look, I just made this stuff last week. Don't tell the guards yet. They don't know yet. I just made a full set of plate armor. Okay? So, like, maximum protection. You look like you could use it. It looks like you kind of take the blunt of all the hits.
Well, I do my best to make sure my comrades are protected.
So I could definitely sell you that plate armor before the guards know that it's available. I could also just sell you a breastplate if you'd like that.
Well, for the... As I'm looking at it, what material is the plate made out of?
Oh, it's all just, it's your standard stuff. It's not like a rare metal. But it's good and hardy. It will last you.
You have like an adamantine?
I don't even know what that is.
I probably pronounced it wrong.
I know what that is. She doesn't know what that is.
Okay. I just want to have something that's a little more robust.
Yeah,
than-
no,
than
I
the
hear
chain.
you. I got good heart. I mean, it's sometimes it's not so much the metal, but the way that the metal's put together. You know what I mean? So, what about your friend here? What would you like? It looks like you kind of just wear robes, but good in the hot days. But it's not hot up here. It's cold up here.
Do you have any weapons available
I,
currently?
I mean, go to look around. And again, along the walls, you see the array of long swords, short swords, war hammers, daggers, spears, shields. Like it's probably here. War picks,
dumb-
scimitars.
A dumb question. This is more of a game question.
Oh, there are no dumb questions.
What?
She kind of gives you a wink.
Out of character. Are like brass knuckles or anything like a thing here?
I mean, are you talking about like some kind of glove that you would put on your knuckles?
Yes.
Like they just sit on you. How do you get them to stay on your knuckles?
Rings for your fingers to go through.
Oh, I could make
with metal-
rings.
with metal wrapped around.
Is it like just one and she pulls one off and she like a ring? Just, I can make a ring.
No, four attached.
Oh.
Together,
Oh, that's
so that
interesting.
you can put it on like a weapon.
It's kind of like punching with a bar on your hand.
Yes.
Ooh. I could get really creative with that. I could make that. That sounds kind of boring though. And she readjusts her tools and she hums a little bit. And I could like put some spikes on it. I could put a blade on it, like just a little tiny, cute little blade. Or I could just make it like you're making. I mean,
I
you let me.
like your thought process with some spikes.
Yeah, I could do that. Just be careful. Don't put it into your pocket.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
much
let's
would
go
that
with the little bit of craftsman. That's not too hard. Takes a little time. Fidgets her tools again. I mean, let's go with like 3 gold. How about that?
Could I do 2 of them for 6?
Oh, that sounds like a good deal.
Okay.
Let's go with 2 for 6.
You got a deal.
All right. She
I
she
look
writes.
at it,
She
go-
scribbles that down and takes the gold.
Out of curiosity, the current metal that I have, is it possible to melt it down and to make it into plate armor?
I mean, I've never worked with it before. I could try. My forges get really hot. I could definitely try. Usually in the melting process, there is some loss. So
Which
if you
makes sense.
if you're looking for a new breastplate out of the same exact material, it won't fit you quite. I mean, it would fit a smaller person.
Well, let's go ahead.
If you're looking for
then.
like a shield being made out of it, like a small buckler shield being made out of that material, I could definitely do that as long as I can melt it. If you're looking maybe for it to be crafted into a sword, I could probably do that. It's all in the creativity. Don't know if you've ever been here before, but we like to be a little bit more on the crafty side.
Which I appreciate. How about this? Can we melt it down, make it into a new longsword?
Okay.
And how much would that be? And then how much for a full plate breastplate? Full armor. With
Okay.
a plate.
Now, typically my longswords, if you're just looking for a regular, run-of-the-mill kind of longsword, they're not overly expensive, like 15 gold, right? Now, there's a little bit extra craftsmanship. I haven't worked with this metal. I'm gonna have to do a little bit extra, quite a bit of extra work to make sure that it all folds correctly. So let's say 3 platinum.
Okay.
30 gold. So if you can give me 30 gold, I'll take your current armor and then make that into a longsword. Now you could make it into a warhammer, a battle axe. Like, come on, I can do some stuff. But if you want just a longsword, that's okay. If you, let's see, now you said for a breastplate?
Yeah.
That would be 200 gold.
They're looking at 230, so 3 platinum, 2 platinum, 23 platinum total.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do 20 total, and I'll take both. I'll pay right here, right now.
I mean, you kind of would have to anyways. I take the payment up front.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. You're wanting that. I do like a good deal. Tell you what, this time 23 platinum. If you can bring some more people here, I'll cut a deal then. We'll say 1 gold off for every 10 for the next purchase that you bring me.
Yeah, that'll work. So 23 platinum. Okay.
Yep. And she lets
And
you
how long
know
will it
that
take?
that will. Oh yeah, that will take. I have one mostly made now. The sword is going to take the longest. The sword will probably take 2 days and a day for the breastplate. So 3 days. Your brass knuckles, do they need to be brass specifically, or just like any metal?
Whatever steel you think would be best for the
Oh,
whatever metal.
and she like fidgets her tools again in excitement, like, ha, yeah. And she moves her long brown hair, showing you her green eyes, and gives you a wink. Goes, I can do that. I'll get that done within the same 3 days, and I'll find something nice. Is that it for the two of you? Anything else?
No, I think that's good for me.
All right. Okay.
Let's take this off.
If you guys walk outside, once you're done in here, if you walk outside, it's not like all these main shops, like the blacksmith, the shop that Raj is at, the tavern, they're all within about a 2-block range. You can see it's kind of the district for these types of shops. Raja, over at the little shop that you're in, how has it been going? What are you doing?
I've just been looking.
Goblin approaches you. Anything else I can offer you? I mean, it's kind of hard. There is so many choices. And this here broom, it will sweep for you. I don't really like to sweep or clean, but this broom is supposed to do it for you.
Did I find any rings or necklaces or?
Oh, let's see. Rings.
Clothing, whatever.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here's one right here. And he picks it up. This one is supposed to make it so that it's a little bit easier for you to reach your little fingers into pockets. I've only used it once. I promise, only once. It worked really well. This one definitely makes pickpocketing and those kind of things. Also, sneaking up on them to pickpocket them, it makes it a little bit easier. There's that ring. Let's see. There's also this here one. This one's a cool one. This is the one that I was trying to find for you earlier. Thank you for saying ring. I just totally spaced it. This here one, I've never used it. I don't like fire. You said fire, and I was like, oh no, my place is gonna burn down. I don't like fire. There's so much, so much dust in this place. At this point, it's just not worth cleaning. I might get sick or something. So This ring is supposed to protect you from really extreme heat. Now, I don't know. I've never tested it. It does have some magic. I mean, it does have some magical properties to it. I just don't know if it, like, how hot is extreme? I just, and you start to hear him kind of argue with himself again, and he reels himself back in.
Do you have any? So I'll put the feather thingy,
The what?
the polymorph.
Oh, you want that
I'm
pen?
talking to you. The
You want this pen of polymorph?
put it on the table, and then put
okay.
the 2 rings on the table.
Oh. Well, you're a fancy little guy.
And then, do you have any cloaks or boots or?
Oh, I
amulets?
mean, I got so many things. Let me just grab these before I forget them here. Okay. I got this one. I got this one. Perfect. Okay. You know, if you ever find my brother, that would be really cool. You said a cloak? C-L-O-L, a cloak. See, Let's see. Looking on my paper here to see what I have in my inventory. It really should be like a pen to help me do my inventory. That would be wonderful. Let's see. Oh, this one's fun. I've never done anything bad with this one, I promise. This one, it changes color to blend in with the surroundings. So when you wear this and that ring, which I've never worn together, but when you wear them together, it's pretty cool. Because this one, I call this one, I don't know what the last owner had. You remember, we're like 4th hand here, right? So, well, I don't know what they call it. I like to call this one the Cloak of the Chameleon. It doesn't turn you invisible, but it's pretty cool.
Throw that one on the counter.
All right. Yeah, you are awesome. I like you. I've never seen anyone like you, though. You're cool, though. You know, it's kind of like saying, you know, a key without a lock is a friend without a secret. Like, a key has to have a lock, and a friend has to have a secret, right? Like, these things go hand in hand. And I kind of feel like, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him 5 gold.
Oh,
And then
why do you
hand
give me
him the
gold?
key.
Oh,
That weird key.
this is a weird looking key. What is this? Where'd you get this at?
A black hole.
You got this
Circle
from a
itself.
black hole. Can you help me a little bit more than that?
The witch lady that was attacking the town, like,
Oh,
teleported out, and I followed her through, but then I got launched out of it. But that was... Oh no, that's the amulet I handed you. I got it from the witch lady's pocket, because I pickpocketed her while we were fighting.
how did I know? You should buy that ring. I bet you would really like that. And the Cloak of the Chameleon, I bet you would be like... And if you could ever use that to find my brother, that would be pretty cool. But, anyways, and he starts to look at it, and now that you have more time to look at this, this key, the key is small and intricately crafted bone. It's a bone key with, you see along it, arcane runes etched along its surface. As you are spending some more time with it, it hums with a faint energy and seems unnaturally cold to the touch. And so that's what it looks like. So it's etched. This actual key is somewhat small with arcane ruins, has a slight hum to it, and feels unnaturally cold. Oh, I see. This is kind of spooky. Yeah, I mean, you're possibly buying a lot of other things, and I'm gonna go look into that amulet from you, and I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, but you know what? I'll go ahead and 5 gold for this one too, and I'll look into this. Any other things you would like to buy or look at, or maybe your friends would like it?
Yeah, I don't have anything at the moment.
We got this really cool mug. I like to call it the mug of endless froth. I can't hear you.
I have a friend who would like that.
Oh, I read he, you know, and do you guys have like a bag, like a backpack or a chest or something? Yeah, I could sell you so many things if you could carry it all.
I'll just buy this stuff for now, and then I'll talk to them and get them in here.
Okay. Oh, before you go,
And we'll bring the chest.
there are 2. Well, you know what? Yeah. Oh, you have a chest? Cool. You should bring the chest. There is another ring I just found. Oh, wait. There's 2 more items I want to show you if you got time. Just 2 more items. One, because you wanted rings. This is a... Oh, man, so many things I want to show you. This is a ring that I like to say is a ring of... People don't like it when I call it the ring of intelligence because it's like calling everyone else dumb. So I call it the ring of brief insight. Yeah, so it's kind of like a little glimpse into a person, or maybe again like 4th hand, but the story around this ring is that you get a little glimpse into the future. I don't know. Never really used it. But it's a ring, and I thought you might like a ring. The other one, look at this really cool feather, and it's just this elegant but kind of bent feather. This one I like to call the Quill of Endless Ink. It's not always endless. Just most of the time, it's endless. Sometimes it's just something else happens. I don't know, but it's like it just never stops. You never have to dip it. Like, how cool. A pen you never have to dip. Yeah, so you want these 2, or just the other items?
Just the other ones.
Okay. So, for the other ones, we have... Oh, man, there's another cloak. So many things. Okay. So, we got the Cloak of the Chameleon. We got the... oh, you didn't want that one. Let's see here. Okay, we got the Cloak of the Chameleon. We got the Pen of the Polymorph. And we have the ring of thievery luck, or thieves luck, or lucky thief, or sticky fingers. I mean, kind of whatever you want to call it. You know, 4th hand, right? Just call it whatever you want. Okay. Oh, and the ring of heat resistance too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 items. So the Cloak of Chameleon, that's gonna be, I mean, it's 4th hand, so I'll give you a deal. That's gonna be like 5 gold. You want it? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other one you wanted? That was the Pen of Polymorph. That's like... $35 gold. 35 gold. What's that?
Okay.
Okay, cool. You want that one too? 35 gold. Okay. Next one, the thief ring, lucky thief ring, sticky finger ring. I've only used it once. I don't know how well it works. Call it 25 gold. I mean, it is fourth hand after all, right? Like, maybe it's even more than that. I don't know. I mean, everyone has 2 hands, so really that's 8 hands by now, so whatever. Oh, but this one's gonna be a little bit more expensive. Now, if you buy the Ring of Heat Resistance and you actually die, I'll give you your money back, okay? I've never tested it. I don't like fire.
Is that how that works? You get the post-mortem discount?
But it is pretty extreme. I mean, it's extreme heat, huh? This is a hot deal. But, let's see. We'll go with, fourth hand, 8 hands. Never tested it. 80 gold.
About 70.
I mean, if you can find my brother, then it will be like a lock that has a key and a friend that has a secret. And so if you can find him, I'll give you your next purchase of anything in the shop for 1 item for free.
So 80 gold.
Yeah, 80 gold.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
And then I'll keep looking around for more stuff.
All right, that is wonderful.
I got a lot of money.
Raja is looking around in this whimsical shop. Jubilee and Cricket are back at the manor, along with the others, Vantalord and Rihu. You are just a block down the street at the blacksmith. Is there anything else that you're wrapping up there, or?
I'm wrapped up. I am now going to find my turkey leg and the rest of the turkey.
All right.
I'm good on my.
And my roasted boar and a keg of rum. No.
I'm snoring in the corner of the room holding my doll.
I just hear going, it's so scary, I'm so sorry, it's so scary, I'm sorry.
Well, the other 2 sleep. The 2 of you head over to the tavern. As you walk that way, you walk past this whimsical place. And Raja, are you walking out at this time, or are you still looking around in there?
No, I'm still looking, but I'm also gonna buy the thingy for Vantalord.
Oh. So that one he'll sell you. I'd like to call it the Mug of Endless Froth. It's really, and he'll hold it up. I mean, I hate to make a mess of my place, but it just kind of keeps on going, and it doesn't really end. He looks down and, oh man, now there's another mess. So I like to call it the Mug of Endless Froth, because you see now there's still foam at the top. It's pretty cool. Sometimes it has a really weird kind of bad taste sometimes, but I mean most of the time, and you know, it's kind of like whatever, right? To each their own preference. So I'll say 150 gold. No, I'm just joking. Just 5 gold.
Okay.
5 gold. All right. You know, they're really one-of-a-kind items because they're like fourth hand, you know? So by this point, I don't even know if there's any more out there like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else really cool or interesting?
I mean, everything in here is really cool and interesting. I got chalk, if you like to play with chalk. I have gloves. I have instruments. I have a flute.
What kind of glove?
Gloves? Right. It's really up your alley, I think, because you like the cloak of the chameleon. You like the lucky sticky finger ring thing. This one, I was told by the person that sold it to me that this one can I mean, it is like fourth hand, so I don't know how true all of this stuff is. But this one is supposed to allow you to climb on walls and ceilings. So that's pretty cool. Imagine being like hanging on the ceiling, and then the person is under you, and you're super stealthy, and you have the cloak, so you blend in kind of mostly, and then you like reach down and you pickpocket them, and they don't know, but you're coming down from the ceiling like some kind of adventure or something like that. Like, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm really short, so I've never done that. That just sounds cool to me.
Yeah.
And he's like 3 foot tall. He's a short guy. So those are the gloves. There's a candle. I have boots. I have these bagpipes. Now, I did see these get used. These bagpipes are cool because they make you go legitimately invisible.
Do you have to play them?
Yeah. Yeah, in order for them to work, like, check this out. And he'll bring them over, and he starts playing, and you can get a decent tune out of the bagpipes. And as he's playing the bagpipes, he goes invisible. Like, him and the bagpipes, everything, invisible. And as soon as he takes a breath, he shows back up, and he starts playing, and he goes invisible again.
Well, I'm not that good with musical instruments.
Yeah, I mean, when you can find someone that's really full of hot air, they can really play this instrument well.
Do you have any weapons?
No. Wait, let me check. I don't think so. I don't really care for a lot of weapons. I got stones, I got bells, I got lockets, I got shells, I got dice, I got orbs, I got coins, I got cloaks, I got shoes, I got quivers, but not arrows. You see, there's a loophole for everything. It's not a weapon. I have hourglass, I got a comb, I got lanterns, I got gloves. I don't really care to carry weapons.
What kind of shoes do you have?
Shoes. Okay. Oh my goodness, you got so many questions. I sure hope you have a lot of friends. I bet they would like it here. It's not like the other pompous magic shop here in town. Man. Anyways, if you could find my brother, that'd be great. But the other kind of shoes or boots that I have, let's see. And then I gotta, like, go on lunch, okay? So let me tell you what I got. I got boots that would go with those gloves that help you stick to walls and ceilings. It's kind of a matching set. I don't always tell people they come in together, but I did buy them from the same person, so I really hope I didn't get ripped off. Anyways, the next one, this one's pretty cool. It's almost like they built the bottom of the shoes better because they help prevent any kind of slipping on surfaces. And so, you get you could probably walk on ice with these things and be just fine, but there's no spikes on them, so it's pretty cool, So, as sure as you are, they're sure up your step. But yeah, so there's those boots. They help you on slippery surfaces, and then, oh, what's this one? This is not a boot. No, I've marked my inventory wrong. That's interesting.
Okay, the DM just messed up.
No. Just my inventory's a little off. Oh, yep, no. So
That's your personality.
I only have those two boots.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. The sticky ones.
Oh, you want the sticky boy? You're just all about that adventure, falling from the ceiling thing. If you could have a rope and do that at the same time, that would just be mind blowing. Like, who would have ever thought of something like that? The boots. Let's see. I mean, the gloves.
Like the sticky boots, the sticky gloves, and then the ones that make it the other boots.
Did I sell you I sold you the gloves, right?
Not yet.
Or you didn't buy the sticky gloves?
Not yet.
Oh, I'll give you a deal. I'll buy you. I won't buy you. I'm selling you stuff, not buying your stuff. I'll sell you the boots of Spider Climb. I like to call that because spiders climb up these walls all the time. It's kind of creepy. But I'll sell you. It'd probably help if I clean the place, but forget that. I'll sell you the boots and the gloves for a deal. Instead of 50 gold each, I'll sell you both for 90.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? I'll sell you
then the-
everything. You guys, you're buying so many things. I hope you bring that chest. You guys buy even more stuff.
And then the non-slippery boots.
Non-slipper boot. Oh yeah, the slip proof. Oh, you're a genius. These, I don't even remember the name the person sold me. It's some weird dumb name. These are the non-slip boots. That's what we'll call these. Non-slip boots. Prevent from slipping on slick surfaces. Yep. You came up with the name, so let's go with 10 gold.
Okay. And then when you know what my items are, you can find me at the Frostfire Hearth.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's only supposed to be a couple of hours, right? If I'm able to figure these out, because you're paying me the extra money for them. So I'll get these to you extra fast. I'm going to be very busy. I'm actually going to have to lock my door. So if you want to go ahead and head out, then I'll go ahead and start working on this right now. And just go, okay. And he just kind of like whimsically, non-stop talking, pushes you out the door.
Okay.
And there is where we will go ahead and end today's session with Raja leaving this magic shop. Did
Raja just going on a magic shopping
Yeah.
spree? Is that what just happened?
He just left the trinket trove, finding all kinds of oddities that were probably way underpriced, but who knows what that means for the future. And
Said
then,
it in the chat on Twitch
what's that?
that Raja has accidentally joined an MLM and spent all of this money on things that don't actually work.
So leaving the trinket trove, heading over to the Frostfire Hearth, and Rihu and Vandelord, after their shopping at the blacksmith, while Jubilee and Cricket is sleeping safely in the manor back on the other side of town. And that is where we will wrap up tonight's session. So let's go ahead and hop into Stars and Wishes. And let's start off with... let's start with Rihu.
Ooh. Well, this might be a little selfish with my star, but I'm gonna say Vantelord for saving my life. That was a pretty big deal. A good footnote to everyone else, but appreciate that.
How negative were you?
What was it, like a 30 something hit? I think I was like negative 27.
Oof.
I had 11 HP when I got hit by that, for reference.
Oof.
Yeah. So, wishes. Gosh. To keep unraveling the mystery of what's going on, and then, kind of building a new direction moving forward here.
Jubilee.
I am going to give my star to Raja for his 80s style mall montage that he just had. I just picture him like skipping back to the manor with his bags full of stuff.
I have to go to the tavern first.
Tavern for a couple of drinks after your shopping spree. I'm here for it. And my wish is for Jubilee to get some kind of like inkling of how she's related to Morin Duke now that she's actually met him and spoken to his ghost.
You ever watch Parks and Rec? Raja just had to treat yourself.
Not his ghost, his literal soul.
Yes.
Do you have the essence of him in the cloak?
Fun. Okay.
Yes. Yes, the literal soul. That's the tension because the other 500 evaded you.
Right. Okay.
So you weren't able to do your job to collect the souls.
I'm just not good at it yet. I need more training.
Your wish was to understand that connection more.
Yeah.
Raja.
I'm gonna give my star to Ryu because he was dropped right in the beginning of the fight, but I'm pretty sure the reason that I was at least slightly okay is because he was on top of her. The only reason the HP worked out the way
What do
he
you
was
mean?
already on. When she did that shadow blast, soul blast thingy, I was lowered quite a bit.
That was the anchor.
Yeah. And then I think for my wish would just be to not almost die twice. I've used my second wind and all of my healing abilities.
I think you all were fairly tapped.
Yeah. So it was just rough. Because if I would have gotten through that portal and she would have actually like not died, I would have been bullied. She could have tossed me around wherever.
Yep. If you would have had higher, you still would have gone through. If you would have hit that 99 or that 100, you would have had that outcome.
Yeah, I just got 10.
Yeah. Vantalord.
Well, I'm still pretty happy. I still had all 4 of my spell slots left or for my level 1. I still gotta get my star to Rihu. Just the tenacity of just say, let's keep her grappled, make it harder for her to cast things. You know, as someone that was trying to be a meat shield, but just little legs just didn't move fast. You know, did my best at least to make sure people came up healed. My wish, I really wish that this blacksmith doesn't realize that she's gonna sell me adamantite plate.
Huh?
Adamantine, excuse me. It's in. She's like, I don't know what metal it is, but probably may not be that.
She's selling you regular breastplate.
I know. I was hoping there would be a green though, not a white.
No, your current breastplate will be turned into the sword. So
Yeah,
you have
I
a
know.
mithril sword, but then just regular. That's what she's saying. She doesn't know what adamantine is. She's never worked with it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, it's going from chainmail to a sword. So, yeah, just a couple days of rest, recoup. That'll be good. And not to have to play another character, for another stream for a while. I think of what, 4 streams in where I've had to do dual characters?
It happens.
I haven't killed any of them though, so that's always a plus.
I play multiple each time.
Yeah, though. My brain only works on a one-track mind.
Well, awesome. Yeah, and this is it's 7,500 people in this stronghold, so there's a bit to explore here if you guys want to, and who knows what you'll find out. They just were basically desecrated by a mat, so There's a lot of interactions, and who knows what Jubilee will find out in any further conversations. You could have multiple conversations. You could go, like, I mean, you could press it and take another 7 conversations before you're dead.
Oh, great.
Fun.
Is that Matt like trying to raise Tiamat?
I don't
To
know.
go back to
We're all
Julie's
gonna die.
comment, so the rest of the party is out having like an 80s montage, you know, shopping, eating, drinking, having a great time, and Jubilee's just in the corner with her little doll just
My precious.
Shadows and
Talking about
darkness.
people's souls holding a creepy doll in the corner, rocking on top of her clothes.
Well, I just hope in the next 3 days that we don't have any fights.
Yeah, I need to sleep for like 2 whole days.
I mean, you can be awake and moving around, but you need 2 long rests before both of those go
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right. Well, guess what I did, guys? I prepped the raid ahead of time.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
he's learning.
Well, fine then. While you do that, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. You go do that.
If you are watching and have not followed, if you followed and not subscribed, which by the way, this is September, which means that all the subs are 25% off. If
I
you're
didn't know that.
subscribed and your subscription has lapsed, again, September. And finally, if you're subscribed and not part of our fantastic Discord community, we have one question for you tonight.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was doing it that whole time.
So,
Why don't you just hit raid now?
because I didn't click the other
Timer.
button, I had it up, but I didn't go that far. I guess there's another button to push.
You're gonna fall
We,
out of
we
the
should
chair.
start doing. We should start doing the stream MVP voting again.
I can't run that mod,
I know. That panda.
and we don't have enough
Why
people.
can't- Oh yeah.
All of us
we only have-
mod.